the 6 hours.
I know.
They went in at noon.
How are you, sir?
It's kind of anxious to get up.
I hope you go to the bathroom before they put you in the suit.
Oh, remember that one gal? She had those diapers.
2 weeks. I wasn't at the
Yeah.
last meeting. I lost 9.5 pounds in 48 hours from throwing up.
Oh my
Now I
God.
finally put it back on. Yeah.
Oh.
So, but yes, I have lost. It was 3 weeks ago now. So now.
I have COPD, I can't get sick.
Oh, you're not going to see. That's my once every 20 years.
I don't get sick very often when I do.
I get to do this, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm right.
I don't think the crowd will be here.
You got something to see.
Oh, I want that.
So how are you doing?
Good. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
What?
Doing what?
Handlebars, my wife would cut those right off in my sleep.
Well, so Rob, I'm getting married on May 16th, and I can't have a beard. So I'm just playing around right now for the next month and a half to see how annoying I can actually be to her before I have to.
Why can't you have your beard?
Well, my future mother-in-law is pretty adamant that I'm not bearded for the pictures and the wedding.
For the wedding, but then you can be
But no,
bearded
it'll
again?
come back, yeah. So right now, I'm just being obnoxious as possible. Carrie will be joining us virtually tonight.
Okay.
And then if you will give me the time to give the staff report on this item, like we did a couple months ago, or a couple meetings ago, and then you can, I don't think the applicant, he's gonna join us virtually, but one of his staff members will be here in person.
Okay.
So I don't know the name of the person representing Asphalt Specialties, but there'll be somebody here and the applicant will be online.
Okay.
So
Mike gonna be here yet or not?
I don't know. And then for the CUP, I wrote two different potential motions. One's an approval. And the other is a motion to table.
Okay.
So if you think you need to wait 2 weeks, there's two options there for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems pretty cut and dry. We just did this last week.
Yeah, we just did this last week.
Exact same thing. Different part.
Yep.
Minutes and all that. How we do the,
It's in the folder. It's in that binder.
oh, it's in the
In the
binder.
binder.
Yeah, we're gonna, no, we're not.
We're gonna
No, we're
approve
not.
it.
We're gonna approve it.
Just take the whole.
Recording in progress.
Got us muted, however, so.
Yeah.
Hi, Andy. How are you?
Good. How about you, Scott?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Or did you last?
Forgot your name. Calvin.
Yeah,
Is that our rep?
Yes, he will be.
Okay.
not used to getting that sick.
Yeah.
Never had COVID, never had any of that crap.
We didn't.
I was trying this afternoon, racking my brain, thinking, what did Eric tell me? Can't remember. Damn, I'm not gonna remember.
Yeah?
Yeah, once.
There's only one that was really bad.
Different name.
Well,
We're not emailing them.
Yeah.
yes, yeah.
That was a couple weeks ago.
Where has
8
Mike?
pounds, just.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
yeah, well, that was the other thing. I mean, I would
thought
drink
he was gonna
7
be
up.
back today.
I wouldn't even.
Went for the-
He's a beauty. button on his wrist thing.
So Aaron, have you had time for wedding plans?
You know,
Yeah, we're down to the wire. Yeah, it's either gonna happen or not gonna happen. I mean, the items of the wedding. The wedding's still gonna happen, but I mean, if we don't have a welcome sign or a table reservation sign in the next couple of weeks, I'm not gonna spend any time trying to figure out a seating arrangement.
now he's in hell.
Either wherever you want, I don't care.
Easier not to do one.
Right?
People will congregate to where they want to go.
Right.
You're gonna do it anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know what the result.
Not, no.
You have people that actually hate each other for your wedding.
One tendon.
I had a little bit of
I know Carrie will join us virtually today. He emailed, but Mike, no, I have not heard.
Unfortunately, it's his right hand. Oh, it's his left hand. It's his left hand. His buddy has had it happen, and it was his greatest. Speak of the devil.
He's here.
Hate
Hey,
it.
there he is.
How was everybody?
You.
This new?
He's had it
I
for.
was, I mean,
He just let it grow out.
just throwing it out.
Oh,
I've been here for a little bit.
okay.
About a month.
Oh, holy cow. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah, my mother-in-law at 92, so she was.
Good evening.
How are you?
I'm good, you?
Not bad.
Like the guy off Tombstone.
Yes.
Is that the look you're going for?
Whatever.
The
Oh,
Val-
yeah.
Noxious is awesome.
Johnny Ringo.
Which actor is
Oh,
Tombstone? Is it Val Kilmer that has that?
no.
Yeah, it was Doc.
Is it Doc Holliday? I thought it was Johnny Ringo that has
That was
it.
Doc Holliday.
Not sure.
They-
I've watched it like 100 times. I should know.
I don't know. I just started off in the mirror and thought, what's going to look the most obnoxious to annoy my fiance for the next 6 weeks?
That's pretty good.
Yeah, just me being there. Well, now we'll see the in-laws for Easter over the weekend, so that'll be great.
With my beard and mustache, he'd snip them off in the middle of the day.
That would be the end of that. I think this is us.
In the middle of the night, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Chance to look at the stuff though?
I did.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. I tried to log in remotely on the second meeting last month, but I had zero success, which is probably operator error.
I would say if it was me, it was operator. I don't know. Not to say you, but if me, it would be.
The new assistant administrator would be here.
End of the month.
Oh, end of the month. Okay. This meeting.
Are you guys hearing those speakers?
You can't hear? Only top?
I was in here.
Yeah.
I don't know. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
And I can adjust volume here, over here too, if we need to.
Oh, should we do this thing, Aaron?
I've got one more minute. We were expecting Carrie to join us virtually,
That's
so
right.
I was thinking maybe he would be popping on here in just a minute. All right. If you want, he can join us when he gets there.
Call the order of the Planning Commission. It's 6 p.m. We'll stand in for the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay.
There he is.
Up on the agenda, we have our consent agenda for the approval of tonight's agenda and also approval of the March 25th Planning Commission meeting minutes.
This is Kim. I'd like to make a motion to approve the consent agenda. Number A, approval of the 4/1/26 agenda, and B, approval of the March 25th Planning Commission meeting minutes.
Andy.
This is Mike.
Take a vote.
Kim, aye?
Mike, aye.
Andy, I.
Rob and I. Okay, next we are going to have the public open forum. This is where we'll allow anybody online or in here who wishes to come up and speak freely. You have 5 minutes if you wish to. And hearing no one, we'll continue on. We're next going to have our public hearing, number 5 on the agenda, conditional use permit, CUP for Asphalt Specialties Company, PID 33-32-22-24-0016. Aaron, would you please read the notice
Yeah.
as
thank you.
published?
Yep. Sure I have it with me here. Was an attachment, correct?
I got it right here.
I thought I included it in the packet, but maybe I didn't include it in my own packet. Thank you. All right, notice is hereby given that a public hearing will be held by the City of Columbus Planning Commission on Wednesday, April 1st, 6 p.m. or soon thereafter, as parties may be heard. The hearing will be conducted in person and by interactive video technology. At the Columbus City Hall, located at 16319 Kettle River Boulevard, you consider the request for a conditional use permit to allow for a contractor shop with limited contractor yard in the commercial industrial light zoning district. Members of the public interested in attending the meeting, monitoring the meeting, or wanting more information should contact city offices or visit the city website. The hearing shall continue until all evidence and testimony has been received. Mr. Chair, members of the Planning Commission, the city has received an application from Asphalt Specialties for a conditional use permit to operate a contractor shop with an accessory contractor yard limited at an address yet to be determined on 137th Avenue Northeast, Columbus, Minnesota. The subject property is part of the Walbach addition and does not currently have a structure on it. The request proposes to construct a 32 by 40 professional commercial office with a 50 by 64 shop combination and the operation of a property as a contractor shop with a accessory contractor yard limited on a vacant parcel. Per the applicant's narrative, the business operates seasonally with employees arriving early in the morning, dispatching vehicles to job sites and returning at the end of the day. No asphalt or concrete production occurs on site. Operations are limited to vehicle storage, staging, and equipment maintenance. This property, as I said, is zoned commercial light industrial, and a contractor shop with an accessory limited yard is allowed via conditional use permit. The property is proposed to have access onto city-owned 137th Avenue Northeast, with a second yard access also located on 137th Avenue Northeast. The proposed accesses configuration appear to adequately be intended for adequate for its intended use. Final driveway locations and design are subject to city engineer review and approval. The site must maintain safe ingress and egress to accommodate anticipated truck movement associated with the contractor operations. The property will be served by a private well and on-site subsurface sewage treatment system. The proposed development will be reviewed by the fire marshal, fire chief for adequate access, fire suppression, and emergency response consideration. Any fire protection measures shall be implemented prior to the issuance of a certificate of occupancy. Project is currently under review by the Rice Creek Watershed District. The applicant will be required to obtain all necessary permits prior to construction. The subject property contains an existing 60-foot pipeline easement along the north property line. Any structures, fencing, or improvements placed within this easement are subject to the rights of the easement holder, and the property owner shall assume full responsibility for any required removal, relocation, or damage resulting from maintenance of the easement in the future. The proposed building materials and architectural design must comply with the requirements of the Commercial Light Industrial District. Building elevations must incorporate materials and limit metal paneling usage to no more than 50% of the applicable facades facing public streets. The street-facing facade of the building consists of a combination of brick, LPV siding, and metal materials primarily limited to the shop portion of the structure. As proposed, the building appears to comply with the requirements. The applicant is proposing 23 parking spaces, which meets or exceeds the minimum parking requirements based on the submitted building square footage. The landscaping plan indicates a perimeter planting of trees installed along the site, frontage, and property boundaries. Tree plantings are distributed along 137th Avenue and adjacent property lines, contributing to a visual buffer effect of the site, with a minimum of 4 trees per 6,000 square feet, whichever is greater, or 4 trees or 1 for every 6,000 square feet. For the zoning requirements of the Commercial Light Industrial District, the applicant has proposed planting 24 trees, which exceeds the city code. Screening, the outdoor contractor yard is enclosed by a fence and supplemented by landscaping to achieve a required screening. Screening elements include a fence and vegetation intended to meet the required 95% opacity standard to limit visibility from the public right-of-way and or adjacent properties. The applicant has submitted a dust management plan, which includes application of water to gravel surfaces, sweeping of concrete and paved access points to the adjacent road, tarping of trucks that are hauling materials, and maintaining clean and graded yard surfaces. These measures are intended to minimize off-site impacts and must be implemented and maintained according to the plan. The approval of this conditional use or a conditional use permit does not eliminate the requirement to obtain all necessary building permits and approvals from the city, the watershed district, the county, and other state agencies. As you know, the public hearing notice was submitted to the Forest Lake Times. Pages 6 contain the findings of fact. Page 7 also contains another half page of findings of fact, along with the recommended conditions from city staff. And it is recommendation of city staff, the Planning Commission, consider approving the findings of fact and making a recommendation of a conditional approval to the city council after you hold a public hearing.
Thank you, Aaron.
Yes.
At this point, I would like, let's see, I have Eric, is Eric Peterson online?
He is not online, but Calvin, who
Calvin, if I could have you step up to the table here. And please speak into the microphone so everybody can hear you. I appreciate that. Okay. For the record, you received a copy of all of this that Aaron just read?
I did.
Okay. And do you have any questions or comments or anything that you want to address at this point on those?
I do not. No, not that I can think of.
Okay. At this point, then, I will allow my commissioners to have any questions that they would like to have answered at this point.
I have no questions.
I have one question, and that is, and maybe Aaron actually can answer this for me. Along 137th, around 137th there, that's where we're going to be doing opaque fencing and stuff like that. Is that correct?
Yeah, there'll be a 4-foot tall fence, concrete wall, and then a 4-foot tall wood wall on top of that. So it'll be 8 feet in total.
Okay, and is that along Lake Drive as well?
That would be the building side, so we would have maybe like 8 to 10 feet of that same fence on the very south end of that Lake Drive.
Okay.
Actually, sheet C2 of your packet, page 16, you can see the proposed fencing.
Yeah.
And then I did include in the packet as well a picture of what the proposed fence concept is. Should have, like Calvin said, a 4-foot concrete wall with additional
Page 26.
additional material on top. And then don't forget the applicant has agreed or is going to plant 24 trees along there as well. So that's going to help in future years with additional screening as well.
Yep. Okay, excellent. Any other questions, commissioners?
No, sir.
Okay, at this time, I would, you can have a seat again, Calvin.
All right, thank you.
Mr. Chair, don't forget you need to open a public
yes.
hearing and close one.
He has to sit down first. No, not there.
You're done. You're good. You're good to go. You'll just have to formally call for any public comment.
Yep. At this point, I'd like to open the floor to any public comment who has interest in this application or discussion and wants to present testimony as evidence on this issue. Please acknowledge themselves by stating their full name and address. And that looks like nobody then. Okay, we will now close the public hearing and open the floor to the Planning Commission to discuss the application. You see any issues?
No.
Seems pretty straightforward from what I read.
Yeah, pretty much from what we just did the other
We
day.
did this last week, so essentially the same thing.
Okay, then let's make a motion.
This is Kim. I would like to make a motion to approve the findings of facts as presented and recommend conditional approval to the City Council for a conditional use permit for a contractor shop and limited contractor yard at the address on 137th Avenue Northeast, Columbus, Minnesota 55025, PID 33-32-22-24-0016.
This is Andy. I second that motion.
And we'll take a vote.
Kim, I.
Mike, aye.
Andy, I.
Anything from you?
Gary, you'll have to unmute if you're going to vote.
Look, he's frozen.
Okay, Rob and I. Okay, so that passes. Let's see. The next thing on here is the Planning Commissioner's report. Anybody have anything to report? Aaron, anybody? Anything with you? Nope. Okay. So then we'll go to the City Council Liaisons report.
Yeah, Chairman and Commissioners, thank you. Scott Wendell, City Council. First thing I want to do is acknowledge and thank Councilmember Latin for serving for the past 3 months. I thought she did a great job, and I look forward to being with you for the next 3 months. Hopefully, with everything that Aaron's got going on, I can be an additional resource for you if needed, so feel free to call on me. Couple things that happened at the last council meeting that you might be interested in. This doesn't necessarily directly affect the commission, but the council did vote to approve 3 license renewals for liquor licenses. 232 permits for the Holiday Store and the Love's Travel Stop, and an on-sale permit for Running Aces were all approved at the last council meeting. As you know, the Urban Companies LLC conditional use permit came before the council. The council approved that unanimously. I thought it was interesting that the council did ask several questions during that process. I found that a lot of those questions had been addressed by the planning commission, and they were just minor clarification questions. So that should be affirming to you commissioners that you're doing the right thing and not leaving a lot of guesswork to the city council. So we appreciate that as well. I also thought that it was interesting that when a council member asked Mr. Urban about some of the concerns that the neighbor had brought up during the public hearing for that he responded that he had had conversations with the neighbor and that they were getting along well, and that he in fact had been invited to partake in the neighbor's social parties once a week. So they're getting along famously now and have addressed their concerns, and looks like they're doing good, and we welcome to the city. So,
Excellent.
yeah, that's all I have for you. Thank you.
All right, thank you. And let's see, that looks to be all of our stuff on our agenda tonight.
This is Kim. I would like to make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
This is Mike, second.
We'll take a vote.
Kim, aye.
Mike, aye.
Andy, aye.
Gary? Robin, aye. Motion passes. This meeting is adjourned. It is 6:17.
Nice and sweet.
Record efficiency.
Well, you weren't here, and we talked all of this through.
Last meeting.
Well,
2 meetings.
2 meetings ago.
Oh, okay.
They were merging 2 properties into one, and so it's all being talked about at the same time.
In touch with Eric on when it'll make it to council.
This was the official part of talking about it.
Okay.
The first part was
Not next
merging the
week,
2
but the
properties,
following, so.
and all of this was being.
I'll see what's on the agenda, where we can fit it in, and I'll get it to her. Well, we're still waiting on the watershed though. Contractor shut about a mile.
Yeah, well, you got the new engineer plans for that.
Okay. Okay.
I may have.
Yeah, I think they're in,
Oh, okay. But, the watershed will submit a conditional approval
It's just an open
letter.
field right now.
Yeah, it's just an
So
open field.
I'll find out where that's at. You guys have that?
That's an ordinance that we did. We did that at.
yeah.
Do you remember?
Yeah, so we'll probably push it till after. Yeah, so we have that
Was it
letter.
8 feet?
Do you think the meeting would have to be that?
Residential,
Yeah, okay. Because I remember.
Okay, because I know.
Remember the 8 feet.
yeah, 8 foot is commercial.
Well, it just depends
I won't
on
have to ask.
the response I get back from, I mean, we had another one last week or the week. All right.
Like this?
I know.
It was a, along the same sort of system like it, so I don't think there's gonna be a ton of questions or.